What are you working on?
Oh man.
How's life recently?
It's great.
When did we do this last?
I feel like close to a year ago, like 8 months ago, 9 months ago or something. Yeah, it's been I've had a whole lifetime since then.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know how much I can talk about it, but I think I can say all of the general details, which are amazing and very cool. But I don't want to say anything conclusive because things are sort of in the TV world. Things are often in the process of being decided.
Right.
I'm in New York currently, right now. No, we're in LA right now. But I'm.
No, we're not. We're in space.
Yeah, we're in outer space. Yeah, which is
We're in the Los Angeles area of space.
Yeah, exactly. You can see LA down there.
Yeah,
It's that desert.
Yeah, Hollywood. Wow, where dreams are made of. This is what. Whatever the phrase is.
It's so gorgeous. This space always reminds me of when I first put on my Oculus. They like put you in a space station.
Oh
yeah. This doesn't have anything to do with that, right?
No, but I mean, this could be VR if you think about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's fucking true. I'm in New York writing an FX TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think we talked about maybe a little bit. Yeah, there's a picture.
I think maybe you had recently sold the pilot.
Yeah. So since I've seen you, we shot the pilot in Atlanta, although it's set in Austin. It's about Austin, but things shoot all over the place, and that went great. And now we are, without saying anything, we are writing the season of the show in New York City, and that's what I've been working on for the past couple months, and I'm going back to work on it for another month right now. It's cool, like, we have like a proper writer's room, and it's also cool because like getting brought to New York City is very cool, like with a job, because New York is like such a hard place to be, and so I was always like, well, I want to live in New York for a while, but I want to have somebody like bring me there in a cool way where it's like, you're successful, come to New York.
Yeah.
Like come be in a Broadway play or something.
Yeah.
Right. So this has been a cool experience of that, but it's also been an experience of being like, God, apartments in New York City. I mean, you think LA it's just like, New York is like, all the apartments are so old and so expensive in the way where you're like, is this a joke? Like, it's just like the prices are like, they're just this whole other, like, you're like, oh, this is a different world. And then you get used to it, because I'm in this apartment there that I don't like it that much. It's like a 1-bedroom. It's like just for my stay while I'm working there,
Have any like asbestos at all?
I have. Yeah, it's made out of asbestos. It's from the asbestos they made it out of like couch asbestos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm in this apartment. Yeah, I don't even like it that much.
Where is it?
It's just,
You don't. I mean,
it's near Union Square.
Okay.
Which is very central and cool. But anyway, the point is, like, anybody who lives in New York, because I have friends that live in New York, when they come over, they're like, this place is a fucking mansion. They're like, this is, I can't imagine. Yeah. And I'm like, this is so much smaller than anything I've ever lived in LA. LA just has a lot more room. So anyway, New York, it's tough going. I was born there, actually. I was born in New York City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I moved away when I was like 4, so I like can kind of say I'm from New York, but I grew up in super rural Tennessee. So it was like I went from like the biggest city ever to like the smallest country town with one stoplight.
How do you like being now in the the large apple?
I like it. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I go in and out of being sick of it. It's very exciting at first. You're like, wow. And what's cool about New York is it's walkable. Like, that is a serious thing. Like, you can walk places. You can walk to the subway. It's not like you're driving your car to like the Olive Garden, 30 minutes away. It's like everything's right there. But yeah, it has made me be like, oh, I know why people like LA. Because when I'm in LA for a long time, I'm like, LA, everybody thinks it's so great. But you it becomes like family. It's like you have a mixed relationship to it, or I do at least. But coming from New York, you're like, oh my God, LA, the sunshine, the space, the parking lots, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a funny place to be. You get fired up about a parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. The sunny parking lot. Yeah. Where
I was just in New York, actually. Last weekend. I just got back.
Did you do a show?
No, but I did. I went to a show.
Noel show?
No. Bruce Springsteen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy.
How was it?
I was amazing. I didn't know what to expect. Like for my wife, oh my God, I almost just said girlfriend. What the fuck? My wife, her last birthday, I got her and her tickets, her and her family tickets to go see Bruce because they all are huge fans. And I figured like they have family in New York that we see every time we're there, so I'd be like, it's a good excuse to go. So we'll do the one at Madison Square Garden because I'd never been there, and I figured that would be like the best place to see him. Right? He's from the East Coast. He's from New Jersey, so
yeah.
So, and they were like, ever since then they were like schooling me on this. Like, this guy puts on the best show in the world out of any musician. He's 73 years old. He does 3 4-hour sets nonstop, no breaks.
3 or 4 hour sets.
Like 3 to 4 hour sets.
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying he does 3 4-hour sets.
He does. He does.
It's a 12-hour show.
It's a 12-hour
show with 2-hour break. Yeah.
No, and so I was like, okay, I was taking all of that sort of with a grain of salt because I feel like if you're a real fan of someone, you're like, of course they put on the best show ever.
Yeah.
So we go, and the show started. The ticket said it started at 7:30, and at like 7:40, him and his whole band comes on, and
which is abnormal, right? Usually,
there's like an opener.
Yeah, exactly.
And the band comes on at like
late.
9 and plays till 10.
Yeah. And which I always hate. I want them to just come out and do the show.
I agree with that. I think I'm of the opinion that the perfect length of a concert is 35 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, play 4 to 5 of your best tunes, and then let me go home.
You're speaking my language. I don't go to concerts because they're so far from that. They're like, do you want to be here for the next 4 hours?
Yeah. Yes. It's like, no, but
and you're like freezing. If you're at the Hollywood Bowl, it's like
it's
9 p.m. in LA in the desert.
Yeah.
You know?
This was the first one though where I was like, I didn't want it to end.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And at 2 hours, he like literally, it's like he doesn't even talk. They start playing music, and then they'll do like their songs.
You're like, he doesn't even sing. He's not even there.
They'll do this like long ass outro to a song where it'll be like the drummers going like this on the cymbals.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, right into the next song for fucking 2 hours straight, and then at 2 hours they all walk to the front of the stage as if they're gonna like take a bow. The lights go on, and so we're like, oh, okay, it's over. And they're like, thank you, New York. And then they just go back to the instruments and play for another hour straight.
Whoa, wow!
It was and then finally the show finally ends. Which again, I was like, I didn't want it to end, but like 3 hours, it's like, okay, it's got to end sometime, right?
Yeah. Did
And the
you
whole
have to
band.
pee at all during the show?
I think I took 1 pee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw Emil there actually.
Oh, he's a Bruce
and Phil.
fan.
Yeah, I know. They were like sitting right by us.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, if I was at a 3-hour show, I would have peed like 10 times. I got to get my bladder checked or something. I'd pee.
Are you good?
Yeah. It'll be fine. But yeah, I was just like 3 hours, and I was like, "Damn!"
Is that how you measure? You should probably get checked out if you're measuring.
I know, yeah. I always get,
time.
but I also just drink a lot of liquid. You see, I got the Evian and the.
Yeah, you've been going hard.
I know. I always get an aisle seat on a plane, and if I have to get a window, I'm like, I feel bad for the person.
You warn them
like,
when you sit down.
I don't, and then I'm just like, you know what? They're an adult. They can deal with how many times I'm gonna get up to fucking pee.
But you don't tell them to move. You just go like this.
Over
top of him.
Yeah,
That's how I like
and I kiss him on the forehead.
Random people,
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't have to get up. I gotta go pee, and this is my issue. So let me just climb over you like that.
Yeah, exactly. It always is a debate. They're like, should I get up or should I? Because it's so funny to make an adult like do like that, and you do, yeah. You're like, yeah, do that.
No, don't get up.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm fine. I'd rather get up, actually.
I'd rather get up than do
don't.
this crazy move. Yeah.
Contort your body.
Yeah.
For me to squeeze by.
Wait, what are some of Bruce Springsteen's? Let me see his. Can I see a list of his hits? Is that?
Oh my God! I mean, it's.
I know them, but when it's like, I want to just imagine this.
And then, but at the end of the 3 hours, the band, they finally like. He'll so-and-so on the sax, so-and-so on the band is like the E Street Band. It's like 12 people.
Yeah.
And they all, finally they take this big crescendo to end the show, and then all the band members, Bruce walks each one down the stairs back into the green room, and then he comes back out, puts on a harmonica, and does like a final song just by himself,
Wow.
which I thought was kind of funny because it's kind of like a like. Do you think his band is like, fuck you, man?
Yeah. They're like, Bruce,
Come on,
is fucking
you got to go up there and
song.
do one more song by
Yeah,
yourself.
Yeah, like they don't love you enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm on Fire, incredible. Dancing in the Dark, incredible. Streets of Philadelphia,
Born in
so
the
good.
USA.
Oh, Born in the USA. Glory Days, so good.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
that's
this
all
man
I
has some
know.
hits.
Hungry Heart, so good.
You know what's crazy is they turn on the lights, and everyone starts looking over the right, and we're like, "What?" And they look over. Paul McCartney's right there,
Whoa.
jamming the fuck out. And then Adam Scott is right beside him, and then Ben Stiller is right beside him. And then I saw Key from Key and Peele.
Whoa. That's the Beatles now, is those four guys. That's the 2023 Beatles.